CVE 150.2 Engineering Graphics, Module 4 Scales and Freehand Sketching. So welcome to the fourth module of this course. So for this fourth lesson, we will be discussing about scales and how it is applied in every type of drawings and understand freehand sketching. So by the end of this module, you should be able to define the use of scale in a drawing and understand how scale is represented in a drawing and also understand freehand sketching. So it is not always possible to make drawings of an object to its actual size. So if the actual linear dimension of an object are shown in its drawing, the scale used is said to be a full-size scale. So if the actual size ng object is yun mismo yung dimension niya sa drawing, yun ang tinatawag nila na full-size scale na drawing. Wherever possible, it is desirable, of course, to make the drawings at its full-size scale. So there are objects that are very big in size, so they cannot be represented in a drawing to a full size. So in such cases, the objects is represented in a reduced size by making use of reducing scales. So reducing scales are used to represent objects such as large machine parts, building plans, and town plans. So example of reducing scale is 1:100. So the right side or yung 100 is the actual dimension or actual measurement ng object na nire-represent ng drawing. Where yung 1 naman or yung sa left side is the dimension doon sa drawing. So, say for example, so this is usually used in a building plans. So, depende sa laki ng building, but 1:100 is usually sa mga residential plans. But, pag medyo malaki na yung mga buildings or malaki yung area ng isang building, so they can also use 1:200, 1:400, depende on the scale nung or large or laki ng isang drawing. So, say for example sa isang residential plan, 1:100 meaning 100 centimeter, say yung unit is 100 centimeter or 1 meter is 1 cm doon sa drawing. So, this means that if you measure 1 centimeter doon sa drawing, that represents 1 meter or 100 centimeter doon sa actual na object. So, if sa drawing, may usually sa drawing, the length or the dimension there is say 4 cm in a ruler, but the stated dimension or nakasulat na dimension is 4 meters. So, yun yung representation ng reducing scales in representing an object. So, opposite to reducing scales is enlarging scales. So, similarly, for drawing small objects such as watch parts, instrument parts, or component parts, or machine parts, or etc., use of full scale may not be useful to represent the object clearly kasi maliit masyado. Say for example, isang screw or isang gear sa isang watch. So, kung i-draw mo siya on its actual scale, so maliit masyado. So, this is where cases na enlarging scales are used. So, in enlarging scale, meron tayong example dito. This is 10:1. So, same with the reducing scales. The right side is the actual dimension ng isang object. And yung left side naman is the dimension of the object doon sa drawing. So, this means that if meron kang 1 cm na drawing or yung object is 1 cm laki niya, sa drawing is magiging 10 times larger siya. So, this is 10:1. So, pinalaki mo siya ng 10 times or 10:5, 50:1. Depende sa liit ng object. So, So, the larger the object in a drawing, mas maintindihan mo yung or mas makikita mo yung detail ng isang object. So, these are commonly used sa mga machine drawings. So, especially yung mga machines na may maliliit na parts. So, kailangan makita yung yung object in a larger drawing para mas maintindihan or mas makita yung detail ng part na yan. So, there are designations in using a scale. So, the designation of a scale consists of the word scale followed by an indication of its ratio. So, first is for a full-size scale, you will write scale 1:1. So, ito yung pagkakasulat ng scale. So, hindi lang 1:1. So, you'll have to write the word scale. So, kung nakikita niyo sa mga building plans, under say front elevation. So, under the front elevation na title, meron nakasulat na scale 1:100. So, yun yung designation niya. So, for a reducing scales, so scale 1:2. So, anong gamitin nyo? 10, 50, 100, etc. And sa enlarging scale naman is x:1. So, where x is kung ano yung gaano kalaki yung enlargement ng isang drawing. Say, yung kanina 10:1, 5:1. So, note that for all drawings, the scale has to be mentioned without fail. So, lahat ng drawing, kailangan ma-mention yung scale. Even also, there are drawings na hindi siya naka-scale. So, walang scale. So, free yung size niya. So, you also have to include na not to scale. So, dapat nakasulat yung not to scale para mas maintindihan nung reader or nung interpreter ng isang drawing. So, next is, sasegue tayo ng konti. So, freehand sketching. So, dito ko na-insert kasi you'll also need to understand kung ano yung use ng freehand sketching. So, freehand sketching is one of the effective methods to communicate ideas irrespective of branch study. So, the basic principle of drawing used in freehand sketching are similar to those used in drawings made with instruments. So, there are cases where, say for example, sa construction a building, not all the time, meron kang dalang mga instrument. Meron kang ruler, meron kang T-square, meron kang triangle. So, as an engineer or plan maker or draftsman, kailangan nahahasa din yung freehand sketching natin. Kasi, if there comes a time na meron kang gagawing changes or meron kang i-draw dun na urgent talaga. So, i-draw mo siya manually or by freehand using your pen or yung pencil lang. So, freehand sketching doesn't mean na free na yung kung iguguhin mo lang siya ng kung anong gusto mong pag-drawing. No. You will also use just like using instruments, gagawa ka ng guides, gagawa ng construction lines. So, that is freehand sketching. So, for figure 13.4, sketching a circle. So, hindi ka gagawa ng circle agad-agad. So, gagawa ka pa ng mga magiging guidelines mo that will guide you to make a circle. Same also with sketching a square, sketching a cube, sketching a ball peen hammer. So, hindi ka didraw agad ng ball peen hammer. So, gagawa ka pa ng magiging construction lines ng object para guided yung drawing mo. So, also sketching a cutting pliers. So, that is freehand sketching. So, yun lang. So, that ends our module 4 and to follow yung plate natin for this module. So, thank you for listening and have a good